Hi everyone, this is Denise Levy. I'm an artist and designer, and today I'm going to show you how to put together this gingerbread house easel card. So first thing I suggest is getting yourself organized. I'm not going to lie, there are a lot of little pieces with this card. It's not hard. It's, just a lot of little pieces. And I also want to point out that this comes from a hand-drawn image, so like this roof piece is not symmetrical, so you really want to dry fit everything before you start gluing. Make sure you have everything going in the correct direction, and I think just the non-symmetrical nature of some of these pieces adds to the charm and whimsy of the card, and that's kind of what a lot of my art is about. So I had intended to film all of me gluing all these tiny pieces and just speed it up and play some music. I don't know what happened, but I lost most of that footage. It is pretty self-explanatory. But anyway, so you just get me doing this part. So you have these little roof lines, and you've got a heart, and then you're going to glue all these little circles that are supposed to, mimic like Christmas lights. So you're going to glue those on this roof line. I don't know, is it snow or is it frosting? And yeah, so I started out using my tweezers, which is a good way to do some of these small plate pieces. And then I remembered that I have one of those quick sticks, I think is what it's called. Let me look at it. Oh, Pick Me Up stick. I have several of these, but the one by Silhouette is called Pick Me Up. And you will see me start to use this in a little bit. That was also very easy to made it very easy to apply these little circles. Stuff like this sometimes just feels kind of therapeutic for me. It just, the repetition. So hopefully you feel the same way. If you purchase this card from me, thank you so much for supporting my art. If you're interested, all the links are in the video notes for this video, as well as in my profile here on YouTube. And as always, I appreciate you watching this video and liking or the video and subscribing to my channel. Okay, got that out of the way. Now you can see me using the little pick-me-up stick. So you apply the glue to where you want to put the item, and then you just pick up the item and then drop it down in the glue, and you can see just kind of goes a little bit faster. Tweezers work, but this is a nice way to do it. And so you'll see me again just put a little dab of glue and then use my pick-me-up stick to grab that little piece. And then it looks like I had one more there. Oh, here I am showing you the pick-me-up stick and how it works. Or you could use the tweezers. Okay, so this is where you can see that I lost all footage of putting all these other pieces together because I have them all assembled. So now we're going to get this gingerbread house put together. So there are two trim pieces here. You're going to get those down first because everything overlaps them. So you have the main pink trim piece, and then you have a little weird angled shape that is for the chimney. And then the frosting piece is going to layer over that, and get that in place. And yeah, just making sure I have that all lined up. And then I will do the little chimney piece. Just getting little dabs of glue on there and get that in place. And then this little chimney topper is 3 layers. You have the smoke layer, which is a gray layer. You can see that in the back, which is the bottom part is the same shape. And then you have the tan layer. And then you have the little frosting or snow layer with the little dots. And that'll make more sense when you're actually making this. And then I have this, what's supposed to be like the front of the house in that same lighter tan color. And the door is going to go just right on the middle there. And looks like I already got the frosting on the top of there. Now you could pop this up with pop dots, or you could just glue it flat to the house. I think in this instance I did decide I wanted a little bit more dimension, so I'm going to use some foam adhesive circles here, and to use that to adhere to the front of the house. And I'll get all that release paper off, and then that's just going to be centered. Just kind of follow that pink trim line to get it centered, and then you also want it to run flush to the bottom of the house as well. And I've got that in place. And now above the door there is a little circular window. Looks like I'm moving on to the gumdrop trees first. So you want to get these trees down before you do the other windows. So I'm getting that one down. Sorry, I'm kind of out of camera. And just looking at this, I'm realizing that when I typed out my instructions, I called those other windows rectangular, but hopefully that doesn't confuse people. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to get that other gumdrop tree down. And then this gives me the spacing for the windows. So, and I apologize. I did not realize I was this much out of frame. Okay. So now I can get the windows, and the windows are just going to go on either side here, and just kind of get the spacing. And then the circular window is going to go above the door. And I just think this is a really sweet little gingerbread house. These windows, you have a trim piece that you glue on top of the yellow piece to create that little window. Pretty simple to put together. And then we'll get this other one. And then on the door, you can see there's a little green bow with a pink knot. And now the gingerbread house is done. If you wanted to add any kind of additional embellishments like a glitter glue, some kind of sparkle, those sparkle markers, I think that would be really, really sweet to add. But it's great on its own. So now I'm going to get my sentiment, which I've already weeded. I'm going to get it to hopefully release to my transfer tape. So you have these, what I call a stopper to this easel card, and that's where I like to put this sentiment. And so you have in the file, you will get 2 small rectangle like strips, and one you put the sentiment on, and then you glue the other one right behind just to give it a little bit of thickness for the stopper, which will make more sense when I get to that. And I think I've probably used this piece of transfer tape enough times. I just, I don't like to waste, and I'm also lazy, so I don't want to have to cut a new piece every single time I do a sentiment. So I try to reuse them. But this one I think has, it's expired. I need to get rid of this one. All right, so I'm just going to release release the tape there. I've got my sentiment on that rectangle. I'm going to get some glue on the back of that and then get that glued down to the other rectangle. And then I will move on and get the background layers of the card put together. And we're getting close to the finish line here. Okay, so you have, that's the card base, and then you're going to have a white rectangle that goes behind the dark blue to create the snow, and then the lighter gray just to give it some dimension. I made the snow a lighter gray, so this is like the snowy hill that the gingerbread house is sitting in front of. I'm just going to get some glue on that and then just get that lined up to the bottom of this dark blue background layer, this snowy scene here. Okay, so I've got my snow glued down, and now I'm going to get my gingerbread house glued down to the front of here. Again, I apologize for not being in frame. I was not paying attention. I do not show you exactly where to glue this down, but you know, you'll see on the finished card. Just position it. You know, you want the smoke from the chimney to kind of be to the top, not all the way to the top, but give that a little room, and then it's just centered on the card. And now you see the white background piece that then goes behind. You glue that behind that finished card front there so that the snow really pops. So now you're going to take the card base, you're going to fold that small part down, and then the little tab is going to go back and up. The glue is only on the tab. Then I'm going to place my finished card front on there. I'm going to press down, and before that glue dries, I'm going to kind of tap it and stack it and just make sure that I've got that all lined up on all sides, and then press down in that center part where the glue is. So now, as you see, you just push it back and it stands up. And now I'm going to position that little sentiment stopper strip. I like to put these about a ½ inch up, but if you wanted it to be a little steeper angle, you could do that. You can really position this wherever you want, but I recommend about a ½ inch, and you'll see me kind of eyeball that. Hopefully I have this in frame. Yes, I do. So I'm just using my work surface grid here and kind of lining that up at the ½ inch mark and making sure I have that flush on either side. And I'll press that down, and then that is the stopper onto the card. So this is such a sweet little card to give to somebody. They can use it as a little decoration on their desk or in their kitchen or a shelf somewhere. And then it folds completely flat and will fit in an A7 size envelope. So that is it. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day.